Hello fellow YouTubers, this is OMGABananaLol for another commentary. This week I'll be throwing down Swain, the Master Tactician. Oh yeah. I don't know if you just noticed the new intro. Yeah, it's pretty crappy, but it took me like 2 hours to make because I don't know how to use After Effects. It's a new program for me. Maybe I'll get good eventually. But yeah, today I'll be showing you how to play Swain. So Swain is a caster. I'm pretty sure the only way you can build him is ability power. I don't think there's any other way, but you could if you want, but I don't recommend it. Basically, unlike other casters, Swain takes more time to kill people. He's more of an overtime champion. But late game, he has so much ability power if you did so good that you can like nuke people down, but pretty much early game it takes more like overtime damage, more like DPS champion. So Masters, you're going to want to go 10-0-20 because you're going to want to use Ignite and Flash as your summoner spells. Pretty standard, most like other casters that I make commentaries of. Rune page is pretty much up to you. I always use my caster page, so red's Mage Penetration, yellow mana regen for 5 seconds. You're going to need that since Swain is mana hungry. And blue's AP per level, and Quint's flat AP. You can go cooldown reduction, flat AP, whatever you want. It's really up to you. So, what is Swain, you know? Like, you look at him, you're like, alright, he has a little bird, maybe he has a bird fetish, I don't know. But then, like, he doesn't just only use a bird, he becomes a bird. It's like, what the hell, did you just, like, mutate with the bird? So basically, like, if you don't like ravens, don't fuck with Swain. Alright, so let's go through Swain's abilities. So first of all, his passive is called Carrion Renewal. Whenever Swain kills an enemy unit, he recovers 10 mana plus 1 each level. So, it's a pretty awesome passive. Not, I don't know, just alright. I guess it's good for farming and when you pop your ultimate. Okay, so his Q ability is called Decryptify. So Swain sets his Raven to cripple an enemy over the next 3 seconds. It slows the enemy and does damage over time, which is an okay move. Never Move is probably the one I like the most because it's a great form of CC. It's that like AoE circle you see, so after a short delay it holds the person for 2 seconds. It uses 70% of ability power, which is pretty solid. Next is going to be his E, so his Torment. So basically this ability is going to do damage over time, and basically it has a passive that basically any other ability used on the champion, if that Torment was used on them, it's going to do extra damage. So you're going to want to use that in your combo first, obviously, because you want to do more damage. And then your ultimate is Ravenous Flock. That's basically when you see Swain transform into a Raven, and then basically there's like 3 little ravens that like jack life out of you and give it to Swain. So basically, if you have the Spirit Visage, it increases your healing by 15%, right? So you're gonna heal like a crazy mother frigger. So basically half the damage that you do with those 3 ravens, you heal yourself by half. So it's pretty awesome if you have a lot of health, a lot of ability power. It's just awesome. Alright, so let's get to some items. So first of all, obviously you want to get Sorcerer Shoes for that 20 Mage Penetration and the enhanced movement speed. And then the second item, most people don't get it, but I really suggest getting it. Maybe late game you won't want it as much, but for early game, with your ultimate when you want to heal yourself, it's going to give you 10% cooldown reduction and 15% more healing, which is just awesome. You won't be killable if you're doing a 1v1. You could also go for a spell vamp build, but this is the build I usually use and it's a very good success. The Archangel Staff is for the extra mana because your ultimate drains a lot of mana and you're going to want to rely on your ultimate a lot. So that's for late game purposes as well. Rabada's Death Cap is just flat AP, which is awesome. Unique passive for 30% bonus ability power. And then after you want Rylai's Crystal Scepter for the extra health and the extra slows when you're casting spells. And then you're gonna want to get a Rabadon's, not Rabadon's Death Cap, but Deathfire Grasp, because Swain, as I said earlier, he wasn't a nuker, he's more of a overtime damage person, and if you get that Deathfire Grasp, you're gonna do a flat percentage of their maximum health, which is just great early game. So you want to get that first or second item, but first item obviously you're going to get Tear of the Goddess to build up your mana. And then that's pretty much, yeah, my build. If you have any modifications, go for it. That's just the way I play them. You could also go for more flat AP or more survivability with Rod of Ages, but it's really up to you guys. The perfect combo you're going to want to use usually is E, W, Q and then R for the max damage purposes, but if you can't pull that off, just pretty much spam your abilities. Make sure they get stuck in the never move so they don't attack you, especially if they're melee. But if you did buy the Deathfire Grasp, you're gonna want to do your Deathfire Grasp first, obviously, so it does the max percentage of their health. Then you want to use E, W, Q, and then finish them with your R, which is your ultimate. That's pretty much standard. If you have other combos, it should work as well, but that's just what I use. In a team fight, especially late game, you should be able to soak up a lot of damage with your ultimate, especially if you have Spared Visage. But playing against Swain, you're going to want to use Ignite on him, so he can only heal 0.5% of during that Ignite time. So basically he won't be able to health regen and all that stuff. And then basically, if in a team fight you get focused, your health regeneration won't be strong enough. Just flash away and then go back in when they change the focus to someone else. Swain isn't very hard to play, but you're going to want to have a good experience with timing your never move because it's your bread and butter right here. Basically, as you can see here, I'm getting targeted. I got ulted by Warwick. I'm really low health, but my ultimate is healing myself right now. And then I'm slowing away the Shen, and then basically here, I'm going to never move him so I can get to my tower, and then he gets stuck, he gets hit by the turret, and he dies. If I would have put the never move somewhere else, he would have probably killed me, or he wouldn't have died, and then my other allied champion would have died. Here I use an offensive flash like I like to do. I never move him, he gets stuck, and we pull off a nice kill. So yeah, his never move is his bread and butter for team fights and everything. So it's a pretty awesome skill. So if you don't think you can get that never move, don't play Swain. So yeah, that was basically my Swain commentary. If you have any suggestions or comments, like always, don't be afraid to comment me, inbox me, whatever you want. Don't forget to like and comment. If you want to see more, subscribe. I have a challenge for you guys. If you guys want to make me an intro in After Effects, that's what I suggest. Go ahead, just send me an email or whatever, inbox, and send me your stuff. I'll use it probably in my next video because my intro is just absolutely brutal. I just started using After Effects. I'm not very good. And if you have any other champion suggestions, just let me know. Leave a comment, and the one that's most appealing to me, I'll do for sure. Like this week, it was Swain, right? It was Lone Wolf 6460 that requested it in the comments. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy him, and of course, the day before I buy him, the next day he's free. So it wasted 6,300 IP, which blows. But you know what? Whatever. I learned a new champion. He's fun to play, and I'm definitely gonna play him in the future. And as always, have a nice day. Papa Americano.